Hi, welcome back to MRTV. Today I'm super excited to bring you my first hands-on impressions of Behemoth, which just launched today. So I played it on the Quest 3S, but it's also available on PC VR and PSVR 2, so no matter your setup, you can just dive in. And no worries, this video is spoiler-free. So for those of you who might not know, Behemoth comes from Skydance Interactive, the same team that brought us The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and that game is great, as you know. They've taken a new direction on this one, and let me tell you, it's quite the journey. So let's start with the story. You play as a cursed character. You and your family are doomed unless you can defeat the mighty Behemoth. If you fail, you'll end up like the undead roaming the lands. And yes, there are zombies as well. Some kind of zombies at least, and you'll be taking them down with an arsenal of swords, arrows, and throwing knives, and so on and so forth. So, visually, the game is stunning on the Quest 3S. That really surprised me. The resolution is impressively sharp. Skydance really pushed the hardware to its limits, and that's cool. There were occasional frame drops, but they were minimal and didn't really detract from the experience at all. The production value is evident. If you played this without knowing which headset you were using, I'm telling you, you'd be hard-pressed to guess it's the Quest version. Heads off to Skydance for that. So, let's talk about the gameplay. So the whole thing starts off a bit slow, in my opinion. You'll find yourself trekking through expansive snowy landscapes, which, while beautiful, can feel a bit drawn out. Along the way, you pick up various swords scattered around and gradually learn how to take down enemies. The sword mechanics have this satisfying physicality we loved in Saints and Sinners. You can holster your sword behind your back and carry a few throwing knives. It's all integrated pretty well, in my opinion. Healing items like herbs, like some grass, and medicine bags are available to restore your health. You can also store these for later, which adds some nice strategic element. And you'll come across artifacts and skulls that you can collect or crush to hear echoes of the past, but honestly, so far, I'm not entirely sure what their purpose is yet, if any, but they do add to the game's mysterious atmosphere. So, as you go on, as you progress, you acquire more gear. The grappling hook is a game changer for you because it allows you to reach higher ground and interact with the environment in new ways. So, plus, thanks to your curse, you gain a temporary super strength ability by clicking the right trigger, making it easier to crush enemies. Now, let's talk about the combat system. After around 2 hours in, again, these are my early impressions, I have quite mixed feelings about it. The fighting mechanics didn't completely convince me. Maybe I need more practice, but I often felt more like a novice than a warrior. Unlike games like Batman, where you feel powerful right off the bat, see what I did there, Behemoth makes you work for it. Throwing knives and shooting arrows can be particularly frustrating. You'll find that missing your targets is unforgivingly easy, which feels a bit off. So, even when perched on high ground, with an enemy's energy bar visible, as in, okay, I've kind of locked him in, or her, your arrows or knives can inexplicably, learning the English here still, miss. It adds a layer of challenge, but sometimes it borders on frustrating. I died a lot in those first couple of hours. Again, maybe it's just me needing to simply get better, but the controls didn't make me feel entirely in control. And that's bad when talking about controls. The controls themselves feel a tad overloaded as well. I found myself accidentally activating my superpower with the right trigger more often than intended, and it didn't always deliver the oomph I expected from that superpower. The grappling hook, while a cool addition, could be more intuitive as well. Shooting the trigger and then pulling yourself in with a face button felt clunky at times. I often ended up awkwardly dangling instead of smoothly navigating the terrain. Even simple early game challenges, like taking down a group of 4 enemies, the first challenge that you have with enemies, had me dying repeatedly. It was a stark contrast to my experience with Batman again, where the gameplay felt more fluid and empowering from the get-go. I didn't get into that, into that flow state, you know? I didn't get into that flow state here with Behemoth, and that is a bit sad. So, with all that said, I have the feeling the game might open up as I get more accustomed to the controls and progress further into the story. Perhaps once I face the Behemoth himself or itself, things will click into place, and that might actually be the case, but I'm simply letting you know about my first impressions here after 2 hours in. So, in conclusion, Behemoth hasn't grabbed me as strongly as other big VR titles have this year, like Batman or Metro Awakening, at least after those first 2 hours of gameplay. The slow start and some clunky mechanics have tempered my initial excitement, honestly speaking, but hey, these are just my first impressions after 2 hours again. I'm definitely going to give it more time and see how it develops. Overall, it feels a bit like your ex-girlfriend. Really looking good, but quite a bit frustrating, but there's more to it, so it's worth it to spend some more time on the game. So, what are your thoughts? Have you played Behemoth yet? Are you experiencing the same issues, or is it just me needing more practice? Do let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more VR content coming your way. And if you want to pick up this game yourself, you can get it with 20% discount through the MRTV creator link that you will find down in the description of this video and in the first pinned comment. How good is that? 20%. And yeah, you can get 20% off all MetaQuest games by simply going to the MRTV Discord server. The link is down in the description of this video, and find the 20% Meta discount channel. How good is that, huh? Yeah, so do it. That's everything I have for this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.